Time to take this puppy apart. Let's wait first. We're right with the first two. How do we ride with the first one? Why don't they improve their feet? Why? Why? Standard 0.8mm, okay. Well, we're right. Nice 4 screws. Good to see evolution. Here's the skate I didn't show it before. Properly. They look fractionally rounded. Oh yeah, just to make sure, add a few more screws. I can't believe how many screws they put in it. I can't believe they put 4 screws in it. It's 6 screws, in fact, there's 2 here. In fact, 7, there's 1 here as well. Maybe they've changed it, they made the screws silver, not the black standard Logitech ones. Interesting. They need to pull down. They've done the screw that time so it doesn't lift up there, but they didn't do that on the light speed. They clipped it, so I don't know why they're not clipped on this one. Now they put a beast of a battery in it straight off the bat. 500 milliamp. Damn. Bit close. Grey body for the inner skeleton. Exoskeleton. That looks very similar. Logitech is missing the brief for what people are after at the minute. We like lightweight mice. What we do is put a 500 milliamp battery in one of the most energy efficient sensors on the market. In fact, probably the most energy efficient sensor on the market. Nothing exciting. Power play mechanism here. PCB. It's not overly complicated. I can see they're already not using clips there. They've got the we've even got the black screws back under here. Why are you silver on the base when they're all covered up? Puck, exactly the same as the Superlight. I'm surprised they got a little bit of a logo on the bottom of it. There you go. And we've got the magnets as well. About a gram each, about half a gram each, I'd say. And then we've got 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Standard, again, Logitech setup here on PCB. In fact, they're revolutionising anything in it. Very similar. PCB thickness. Logitech learning where the antenna is, chopped out where the antenna is. Nicely optimized PCB. But then we're back to the same old stuff. Why do you chop out the PCB weight and then leave all this crap in here? Makes no sense. So the MCU is a N52833. Still rocking the Rev 008 25K sensor. This is what it looks like in here. Opted out from a black skeleton to a grey. If the black one's got a black one in it, and the when it's over Logitech would change the colour of the skeleton side because ain't no one gonna see it. Apart from me and you lot watching me. Because for some reason they're still using, as they're doing the 303 shroud, a 500 milliamp battery. This is where the weight is. This will weigh 11 grams. Oh, it's close. Why don't you use the standard 240 in it? Why you gotta do that? Who cares about 7 weeks worth of battery life? I get about 3 months out of this. This looks exactly the same design as the old Lightspeed. They've got the same kind of mount screws. Does back plate come off? No, it's one piece. You can see it here, in one piece. We've got this silver one that we took out early on in the bottom, and then black version, maybe slightly thicker, maybe. So I think we have to dig into here, these two holes, cut out, you take these main switches out first, take the main button out. It's a similar design to the 502 originally. Looks like at the minute. And there's a ton of screws in this thing. What? Well, Logitech's definitely made it complicated. This one as usual. It's built one. The other two we've got access to are these two. There's like two screws. I can't get to them. There's one here and one over here that looks like it's stopping me from opening it. But one screw will never go back in. There's no way I can get in there. I'm trying to take this one out, you see it? I think we finally got it open. That one screw is a culprit. Ta-da! Well, it definitely looks complicated. RGB all across the back. Well, you've got a slightly different button setup. More screws. In fact, it's not different. It's similar actually. They had that in the 502 Lightspeed, that configuration. We've got a different magnet area, but other than that, the same. Some pretty beefy side buttons. Even that's a gram. Yeah, got a diffuser, right? But then there's another diffuser. It's like the diffuser of the diffuser. I don't see so many diffusers in it. Another screw. I think this is fused in. Not bad. The other one's 26, I think, on the standard one. I mean, the first thing that irritates me immensely is the Joseph's Technical Dreamcoat colours of switches in here, because they're using so many different switches. Why can't they use the same switch? You got the new Omron, you got a 20mm Omron on the side. Why? Another 20mm Omron micro switches. We've got a Kale black red shell. We've got a where's the other one? Oh, it's exactly the same configuration as the 502 Lightspeed stock. Got the same pin. Got the same rocker movement, the same switches under it. Got the same front switch under here. Probably got springs, but it has a nicer scroll wheel. Definitely. Got a different back skeleton though, this is different. And the RGB is on the rear here, but the amount of screws in this is insane. I can't believe they put this many screws in it. I've seen some screws in Logitechs, but damn, man. This won't surprise me, it's over 49, which is the current Logitech record. Two in the front, same as the all 502s. I won't weigh them because they weigh nothing. It's got a different front switch actually to the stock 502 light speed. I know we can't take this out of here, so I won't try it. It'll be exactly the same as the other ones. So they brought the weight down, 6 grams, and quite a bit of weight reduction on the scroll wheel. Got a new exoskeleton. Look how complicated that is. One ribbon cable. Final bits. This has been a lot of work. There's a final bit, the top PCB. Now the array of coloured switches and different types now is outrageous. They've got the same optical encoder as all the other light speeds now. Don't change that. One more bit of, that's maybe the profile LED. We're still rocking the D2FC-F-7N switch, which is a 20mm Omron here, and then these newer ones. So you got the stock switch here of a normal switch, and then you got this one, which is the internal Omron. 1, 2, and then you got these 2 little pins for the optical Velux or whatever it is. You see them? Here's the switch. This is the pin layout for this new Omron. See it? You got 2 little ones at the bottom. There's the 502 taken apart with an absolute immense amount of screws.